Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's 80! Push him back. Push him. 11.
On first down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Here we go.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. George Kittle, the All-Pro, 85 catches, over 1,000 yards this year. Maybe the most memorable play, that face mask tugging catch in the final minute of the win at New Orleans, Charles.
Yeah, you're right about that because it was a...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. 56 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. Big hold of the 30. And he cuts it back right. Cuts it out to the sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 71 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run.
Toss play to Lynch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Well, one of the big questions in the lead up to Super Bowl 54, the health of Tevin Coleman. We saw him go down fairly early in that NFC Championship game against Green Bay, and you thought, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Separated shoulder, popped back into place, and he wants to give it a go.
And you understand that. I mean, the chance to get to the Super Bowl and play. He's been there once before, but that was with Atlanta, and that was a 28-3 game. That lead that they gave up against New England. He wants to try and get a ring himself. So if at all possible, he will give it a go. Fortunately for San Francisco, he's part of a 3-man rotation at tailback that includes Matt Breida, who's a backup, and Raheem Mostert, who's just blazed through the playoffs.
You mentioned that game against New England. Of course, Kyle Shanahan was also with Atlanta. He wants to right that ship, too.
Here we go. 180. Check 55 to Mike. We ain't giving him nothing back. Yes.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
21.
Play action. Garoppolo going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. 180. 13. 13.
Let him know, let him know. Watch the edge.
21, 21. Rush in. Rush in. Rush, twist, rush, twist, rush, twist. Twist, twist.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This is Homer. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Will be okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
What? 315. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, baby.
First down, the run with Lynch. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run this with Homer. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They come out here in the I. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Travis Homer as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. And now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
You went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
It's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Going on the ground with Homer. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action now. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. Wait. Check. Pressure. 11. 5. 55.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now his throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that one complete to Marshawn Lynch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, Lynch. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll run again with Lynch. Down to the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Myers' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completion.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill.
Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want,